Hello everyone, welcome to Eduxcite classes, and in today's session we will discuss about the major component of the IBDP Physics, that is your internal assessment. So this complete video is divided into few parts. So if you want to go into the each and every detail, please check our playlist. The link will be given in our description, so you can follow and you can see all the videos in a particular series. Okay, so let us start. So this is, in this particular video we will discuss about the basic introduction, how you have to initiate with your internal assessment. Okay, so this is the, first of all, this is the both compulsory for HL and SL. There is no partiality between the standard level and the higher level. All the criterias are the same, so that is not a discrimination between SL and HL. If you follow the IB guide, it is clearly mentioned that you have to allocate at least around 10 hours in your internal assessment for your physics. Okay, the weightage is very important. This component itself, this individual component for our overall grading in your IBDP consists of 20%. So it play a very vital role in your grading for your final report. Okay, it should not be more than 12 pages. You have to compile all your investigation or your internal assessment within the page limit of 12. You have to maintain the academic honesty. Guys, I have seen in my experience many students didn't take this as serious and they lose their marks fully in their internal assessment, and even they may disqualify from getting a diploma program. Okay, so maintain your academic honesty. We will elaborate this in the upcoming session, how we can provide some evidences and all those kind of stuff, how we can get rid of the plagiarism and all those kind of stuff. So be with us. Now, what are the different types of investigation that we can consider in your physics IA? The first is and the most common and the most, you can say, widely popular among the student is the experimental research. Now, what are you doing in an experimental research is that you collect some primary data from any hands-on experiment related to your topics that we discuss in the diploma program. Okay. Second type of research is you're collecting the secondary data. Now, what happens sometimes if an student is very interested in getting a research and the experimentation requires data from various different years or centuries. So in those kind of secondary data research internal assessment, you can collect some data from some reliable resource. Okay, so for example, if anyone student want to do a particular research in astrophysics, okay, so in that case you have to collect the data from a reliable resource and you have to mention, such as NASA or ISRO, some reliable resource must be there. And the third is your simulation research, collecting your primary data from a simulation. Now, in this case, what you are supposed to remember, one thing is you have to give a justification for your simulation that you are considering. Like if it is a simple experiment that can be arranged in a a lab condition, then I will suggest you to avoid considering the simulation. Simulation is the option where the apparatus are very costly, which is not easily available in a school laboratory. So in that case, if you want to go your investigation in that manner, then you can consider the simulation. And also, while selecting the simulation, you have to provide a justification, because you have to research over the available simulations to you and why you have chosen that particular simulations. So that has to be considered. And the last one is the theoretical research. This is also a very good option where you can derive a new relation between the variables that you are considering, okay, using known physical relationship and equation, but make sure that should be within the range of your diploma program. Okay, now choosing a topic. So now we get to know what are the different types of investigation. The first step, you have to consider which type of investigation you are following up. Okay, next step comes the choosing of a topic. Now this is the most important part for starting your investigation, because once you have chosen your topic, once you have built your research question, then whole investigation has to be built up around that particular thing. Okay, you cannot deviate from that later on, because it will waste your time. It will take a lot of time to rethink, redo it again. So start with the basic. I will explain each and every point in the coming videos. In each slide you will get all the details related to your investigation. Just follow up, and I can guarantee from my experience that you will get good score in your investigation. Okay, so choosing a topic, identify a topic or a subtopic that interests you. This is the most important point, guys. You have to be very careful while selecting the topic, and it should not be like someone is suggesting you. Take the IB Physics guide, go through the syllabus, check which topic or the subtopic you find yourself that yes, this is the thing which I want to investigate, I want to go further. Choose that topic first. Topic of investigation must be of an appropriate level. Now here comes the role of a teacher. Once you have selected a topic, now you can discuss with your teacher. Before you start doing anything related to your investigation, at least you can have a formal or informal type of discussion with your teacher. Sir or ma'am, that I want to go further with this topic, like I'm thinking upon on this range and what the things. So you can have a conversation with your teacher, so he or she will guide you appropriately. Ideally, you should investigate something that you do not already know about, like you do not know what will be the outcome of that. Select such type of interesting. It will be a challenging part, but at the same time, in that scenario, you will be engaged in your investigation and you will be original to your investigation, and that is the things we as an examiner are looking for. Okay, but you are more likely to obtain a high score by being original than by following a tried and tested procedure. So I take an example like you take an Ohm's law. Like we all know that with increase in the potential difference, the current in the circuit will decrease. So we have already done this, we know all about these things. So try to challenge yourself, do something that you do not know about initially at your level. Okay, note this, I have taken from the physics guide, that the guide itself encourages student to discuss your IA with your teacher. It doesn't mean that you will lose your mark if you discuss with your teacher or you take a help from the teacher is there to guide you. Okay, it also states that student must not be penalized for seeking guidance. Okay, now building up a research question. All your investigation will be based upon how you frame your research question. So that will give an overall idea to the examiner what your IA is all about. Okay, so starting with the basic, that is topic. Like first you have to select the topic. So I have taken this from the cognitive. So fields, I have chosen a topic, fields. Okay, now the subtopic in that is the Faraday's law, the electromagnetic induction. Now what are the variables associated with that law? That you have to look after first. For example, the possible variables are area of the coil, polarity of the, like these are the factors on which the Faraday's laws depend. So you have to list down all the variables at one, make a list of that. Then make the possible relations, effect of varied angle of frequency on induced voltage, like how you can change the frequency and how it will affect the induced voltage. Now we will discuss about the different types of variable, like independent variable, dependent variable and control variable. We will discuss this in the upcoming next video. You will get a clear idea about what do we mean by different variables. But as of now, you just remember that you have to list down the possible variables that you will be looking for in order to investigate further. Now how to measure the changes, like if you doing an investigation, generally what happens, you are changing something and due to change of that a particular variable is changing. So that how will you measure that? How will you check the data, because you are supposed to collect the data at the end. How will you collect that data? What are the instruments, what are the apparatus that you can think about, and then you frame your research question. So a general, I can write it down here, a general way of writing down a research question you can follow if you wish to, like how the change in your independent variable affect your dependent variable when control variable are kept constant. Now your independent variable, your dependent variable and your control variable may differ. Now what does this mean, independent, dependent and control variable? Just wait, we will discuss in detail in the upcoming videos. Okay, so this is all about the building up your research question. This should be clearly mentioned at the initial first page, or you can say at the beginning of your investigation, so the examiner, whosoever will be checking your IA, will get a clear idea that this IA is all about this research question. So clearly mention this in your IA. Okay, now basically your IA total comprises of 24 marks. It has broadly categorized into 5. That is, your personal engagement will consist of 2 marks, 8% of your IA. Then exploration, analysis and evaluation, all these 3. We will discuss each one in the upcoming videos, don't worry. Okay, exploration also 6 marks, analysis 6 marks, evaluation 6 marks. Now how will you gain these 6 marks? What are the things that we are looking for? We will discuss in detail. And last is communication, how you formulate your IA. So this is the brief assessment criteria: personal engagement, your engagement with your individual investigation, how you make this investigation your own. This will be your personal engagement, that and it will be looked throughout your IA. Exploration. This criteria assess your choice of research question, variables and procedure. So how your research question you have mentioned, what are the variables that you have considered, and your overall procedure is of 6 marks. Then comes the analysis. The analysis, your data processing and analysis. Now how the data is processed, how you analyze those data. And last is your evaluation, which consists of your skills in writing a conclusion, what you have concluded from your investigation, and you are evaluating your procedure, like how you have come out from your procedure, what is your findings overall from your procedure, what are the limitations, your weakness, your strengths that you can mention in this part. And last is your communication, overall how you have write down in your complete 12 pages, how you have arranged everything in a manner that doesn't hinder the understanding of your IA. So that is your communication, which consists of 4 marks. So the overall it consists of 24 marks, and I guaranteed you, if you follow up all the things that I will be discussing, and I will take few examples in order to get a better understanding for you all. So follow up all these and you will surely get a good marks in your IA. So in the next video we will discuss about the personal engagement, and one by one we will discuss all other criteria. Thank you.